Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief Show. I am your host, Jenny. Today, we've got some exciting updates to share. First up, Hong Kong stocks are riding high, holding at a 3-year peak thanks to positive vibes over a potential US-EU trade deal. The Hang Seng Index nudged slightly higher, and mainland Chinese markets are also climbing, fueled by reports of possible tariff agreements. It's a bright sign for investors and the local economy. Next, a wild scene unfolded in Tsim Sha Tsui early this morning. A bar fight involving around 10 people turned violent, leaving a man with knife wounds. The incident started as a verbal argument and quickly escalated outside a bar near Energy Plaza. Police are investigating, and we'll keep you posted on any updates. Finally, beware of online scams. A 70-year-old Hongkonger lost over 4 million Hong Kong dollars in a love scam involving fake water leak stories and romantic messaging. Nearly 20 victims have lost 10 million Hong Kong dollars in total recently, mostly seniors. Authorities advise verifying identities and staying cautious online. Stay safe and vigilant. Please continue to watch for more details. The South China Morning Post vividly captures the optimism sweeping through Hong Kong's financial markets, as stocks cling to a 3.5-year high amid hopes of a breakthrough in US-EU trade negotiations. The Hang Seng Index nudged up by 0.2%, buoyed by positive signals that the European Union might accept a modest 15% tariff on its exports to the US, easing fears of escalating trade conflicts. This development echoes the recent détente between the US and Japan, where President Trump secured a tariff deal, fueling investor confidence. As global markets responded with enthusiasm, US stocks hitting record highs and Asian markets like Japan's Nikkei surging, Hong Kong's equities, especially tech and financial giants, gained momentum, reflecting a collective belief that trade tensions might soon subside, paving the way for a more stable economic outlook. The South China Morning Post also reports a harrowing incident in Tsim Sha Tsui, where a bar fight involving 10 individuals erupted in violence, culminating in a man suffering knife wounds. The police responded swiftly after being alerted at 3:50 a.m., discovering the man with cuts on his arm and rushing him to Queen Elizabeth Hospital. The altercation reportedly started with a verbal disagreement inside the bar near Energy Plaza and escalated into physical violence, with a knife later found outside the establishment. Authorities have classified the case as wounding, and investigations are ongoing, highlighting the ongoing concerns about public safety and the unpredictable nature of nightlife disputes in Hong Kong. Meanwhile, the same publication sheds light on a disturbing surge in online romance scams targeting Hongkongers, with nearly 10 million Hong Kong dollars lost in just 2 weeks. An illustrative case involves a 70-year-old man deceived by a fake water leak alert, which led him into a web of manipulation and financial ruin. The scammer, posing as a neighbor, exploited the victim's trust through romantic messages and insider tips on cryptocurrency investments, ultimately persuading him to withdraw over 3 million Hong Kong dollars and accrue additional debt. Police warn the public to exercise caution online, emphasizing the importance of verifying identities and avoiding rushed financial decisions. The report underscores the vulnerability of elderly residents to sophisticated cybercrimes, with authorities urging vigilance and offering tools like the Scameter to help detect suspicious activity. South China Morning Post vividly illustrates how Hong Kong exemplifies the seemingly impossible through its resilience and international stature. During a seminar in Paris titled Hong Kong Legal Services, Gateway to China and Beyond, the city's robust legal and business environment was highlighted, emphasizing its appeal as a hub for international trade and dispute resolution. The city's well-established legal system rooted in common law, along with its bilingual and triliterate legal professionals, positions Hong Kong as an irreplaceable bridge between Western and Chinese cultures. The success of the Hong Kong International Arbitration Center, handling a record 106 billion Hong Kong dollars in disputes in 2024, underscores its status as a global dispute resolution leader. The city's ability to learn from the world, adapt, and lead, evidenced by luxury hotel groups managed by Hong Kong firms in Paris, embodies the city's mantra, "Reign may impossible," or "Nothing is impossible," showcasing its unique capacity to thrive on the international stage. The inspiring journey of Rick Lau, as detailed by South China Morning Post, captures the essence of dreaming big and defying odds. Born into a humble family in Lower Ngau Tau Kok, Lau's childhood was filled with the aroma of a corner shop and the sounds of American Top 40 radio, sparking his passion for singing. Despite initial pursuits in computer science and a stint as an IT consultant in Sydney, Lau's true calling emerged through amateur musical productions and a serendipitous clairvoyance prophecy. He boldly transitioned into musical theater, studying at the National Institute of Dramatic Art and eventually making a mark in Hong Kong's vibrant arts scene. Lau's career blossomed through collaborations with local and international artists, creating innovative cabarets and musical shows that explore themes of identity, language, and cultural heritage. His story is a testament to the power of courage and reinvention, demonstrating that with determination, even the most modest beginnings can lead to remarkable success. Hong Kong's recent triumph in sports further exemplifies its extraordinary spirit of achievement. Ryan Choi Chenin's historic victory as the city's first fencing world champion in Tbilisi highlights the city's dedication to excellence and perseverance. Overcoming early setbacks against a top-ranked Russian opponent, Choi's resilience propelled him to a 15-9 victory, breaking new ground for Hong Kong in international sports. His success was celebrated by government officials, emphasizing the city's growing sporting prowess and its athletes' charm and tenacity. Choi's achievement not only elevates Hong Kong's reputation on the global stage but also inspires future generations to pursue excellence, reaffirming the city's unwavering belief that nothing is beyond reach. The Associated Press reports a cautious and subdued atmosphere surrounding the Europe-China trade talks in Beijing, where expectations are low for any significant breakthroughs. European leaders, including Ursula von der Leyen and Antonio Costa, are set to meet with President Xi Jinping and Premier Li Qiang amid a backdrop of global economic uncertainty, ongoing conflicts in Ukraine and the Middle East, and rising U.S. tariffs. Despite commemorating 50 years of diplomatic relations, the discussions are expected to be tense, with China maintaining a hardened stance on issues like the Ukraine invasion, trade imbalances, cyber espionage, and human rights concerns in regions like Tibet and Xinjiang. Beijing's recent strategic posture, emboldened by its resilience against U.S. tariffs and its close ties with Russia, has diminished its willingness to make concessions to the EU, which is also navigating a delicate balancing act to avoid antagonizing the U.S. while managing its economic ties with China. The deep-rooted trade disputes, especially the massive trade deficit of around 300 billion euros and China's control over critical minerals, continue to strain relations, with the EU wary of China's market dominance and auto subsidies, which threaten its green technology ambitions and auto industry jobs. Meanwhile, geopolitical tensions persist as China and Russia deepen their alliance, with Beijing strongly opposing EU sanctions on Russian firms linked to Moscow's war efforts, further complicating the diplomatic landscape. The South China Morning Post highlights the pressing weather challenges in Hong Kong, where a very hot weather warning has been issued with temperatures soaring to 33 degrees Celsius (91.4 degrees Fahrenheit). The city faces a mix of intense heat, high humidity, and the looming presence of tropical storm Koumei, which, although not directly threatening Hong Kong, is expected to linger near Luzon and then drift away, bringing unsettled weather and thunderstorms. The forecast predicts scorching days ahead, with sunny periods and sporadic showers, emphasizing the need for residents to stay vigilant amid the sweltering conditions. The meteorological updates underscore the broader climate concerns affecting the region, with the storm's trajectory and the high temperatures posing risks of heat stroke and weather-related disruptions, prompting authorities to issue timely warnings to safeguard public health. In the second South China Morning Post article, the struggles of Hong Kong's ethnic minority communities are laid bare, revealing systemic issues that persist despite improvements in education and income levels. Pakistani immigrant Hamza Ijaz, who moved to Hong Kong with high hopes of advancing his career, found himself limited by language barriers and relegated to low-skilled jobs like food delivery, illustrating the persistent barriers faced by minorities. Deep-rooted problems such as racial discrimination, de facto segregation in schools, and limited access to higher education continue to hinder social mobility. Many ethnic minorities are confined to dead-end jobs, with low post-secondary education attainment and underrepresentation in universities, reinforcing socioeconomic disparities. Efforts by the government and NGOs, including targeted poverty alleviation and employment schemes, aim to address these issues, but challenges remain, especially in combating workplace discrimination and fostering social integration. Stories of individuals like a minority nurse experiencing workplace bias highlight the ongoing struggle for respect and equality, emphasizing that societal change requires greater awareness, education, and genuine inclusion of diverse communities in Hong Kong's social fabric. The South China Morning Post vividly captures the timeless allure and versatility of the bun, a hairstyle that has traversed centuries and cultures with effortless grace. From the intricate coils of ancient Greece, signaling elegance and social status, to East Asian adornments with jade combs and silk ribbons that told stories of identity and rank, the bun has always been more than just a practical style. Hollywood icons like Audrey Hepburn popularized sleek, sculptural buns that epitomized sophistication, while Princess Leia's iconic double-side buns in Star Wars launched a space-age obsession that remains influential today. The 90s brought a softer, more casual vibe with messy twists and tendrils, which evolved into the polished, high-fashion bun seen on supermodels and runway shows. Today, the bun's enduring appeal lies in its astonishing adaptability, whether high or low, sleek or tousled, and its ability to communicate confidence, control, or relaxed rebellion depending on how it's styled, making it a perennial favorite across all occasions. Nikkei Asia reports on Canada's Brookfield Asset Management's ambitious plan to invest over $10 billion in Japan within 5 years, signaling a major expansion in a market perceived as affordable and ripe with opportunity. Since opening its Japan office in 2015, Brookfield has taken a cautious approach, making strategic investments such as in the iconic Hotel Gojo in Tokyo and exploring new sectors like data centers and battery storage. The Japanese real estate market is experiencing a surge, with record-breaking quarterly investments driven by low interest rates attracting global investors like Blackstone and GA Capital Partners, who are snapping up prime properties like Tokyo Garden Terrace and Tokyo Plaza Ginza. Flat, Brookfield's CEO, emphasizes the company's readiness to deploy significant capital, hinting at future projects that could include collaborations with Japanese tech giants and international infrastructure developments, thus positioning Japan as a key frontier for global asset managers seeking stable, lucrative opportunities. South China Morning Post highlights Sean Kaufman's rapid rise as a versatile young actor, best known for his compelling role as Stephen Conklin in Amazon's The Summer I Turned Pretty. His portrayal of Stephen, a flawed yet lovable protective older brother, has resonated deeply with audiences, elevating him from a minor character in the original novel to a fan favorite. Off-screen, Kaufman's authentic brotherly protectiveness mirrors his real-life relationship with his younger sister, fueling his heartfelt performances. With roots in New York City, Kaufman's passion for acting ignited early, with a rigorous training at Purchase College's Acting Conservatory and a diverse portfolio of roles in series like Manifest and FBI, Most Wanted. His charm extends beyond acting, as he shares fashion shoots on Instagram and navigates the complexities of relationships, sparking fan speculation about his romantic life. As he continues to expand his career with upcoming projects, Kaufman's blend of talent, authenticity, and relatable vulnerability promises a bright future in Hollywood's evolving landscape. The Sydney Morning Herald reports a significant shift in global markets driven by recent developments in US-Japan trade relations. Following President Donald Trump's announcement of a trade framework that would impose a 15% tariff on Japanese imports, lower than the initially proposed 25%, stocks surged across Wall Street, with the S&P 500 and Dow Jones reaching new heights. Tokyo's Nikkei 225 soared by 3.5%, reflecting relief that tariffs are less severe than feared. Economists like Brian Jacobson noted that markets now view 15% tariffs as a sign of the times, a stark contrast to a year ago when such measures would have caused shock. While tariffs pose risks of inflation and economic slowdown, they seem to be having a muted impact on consumer prices so far, with some U.S. companies like Hasbro and Texas Instruments reporting mixed results, highlighting the nuanced effects of trade tensions amid ongoing negotiations. Stock movements also reflected investor enthusiasm for certain sectors, with energy firm GE Vernova and snack producer Lamb Weston exceeding expectations, while meme stocks like Krispy Kreme and GoPro experienced volatile gains amid speculative trading. The South China Morning Post details a troubling case involving Hong Kong police investigating a teenage girl's mysterious disappearance linked to cross-border scam farms. Wu Peishan, 17, had been missing for weeks, with her phone location tracing a path from Guangdong to Vietnam and Cambodia, raising suspicions of her involvement in illegal activities. Her parents, desperate for answers, issued a reward and sought help across Southeast Asian social media platforms. The breakthrough came when authorities confirmed she was found safe in Cambodia, under the care of Chinese officials. The case underscores the darker side of regional crime networks exploiting vulnerable youths in scam operations, with police now working to ensure her safe return. It also highlights the broader concerns about cross-border crime and the exploitation of young people caught in illicit schemes that span multiple countries. Meanwhile, the South China Morning Post uncovers a secret contingency plan prepared by the UK government ahead of the 1997 Hong Kong handover, revealing a detailed Armageddon scenario for mass evacuation. Drafted in 1989 during tense post-Tiananmen Square times, the plan outlined how the UK might evacuate millions of Hong Kong residents should political upheaval or a mass exodus occur. The documents describe a multi-layered response, including deploying ships and aircraft within 24 to 48 hours, with costs estimated in the hundreds of millions of pounds for relocating large populations. The plan also contemplated military involvement and international cooperation, especially with Southeast Asian nations, to manage the potential crisis. It acknowledged the immense logistical and housing challenges that a sudden influx of refugees would pose, estimating that only a fraction of the needed accommodations would be available in the UK. These confidential plans reveal the UK's deep concerns about the stability of Hong Kong during a period of geopolitical uncertainty, reflecting fears of economic and social upheaval that could have drastically reshaped the region's future. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Turn the lights on screen. What's the latest scene? Just you and me, laugh and disagree. On the couch we sit, talk about the hits, news and bits, chat through all the fits. 6-degree chats, gotta talk about that. Like crazy chat, share where we're at. From whatever change to the world's big stage, everything's fair game under our spotlight's flame. Grab a coffee quick, get your hot takes thick. We're here to mix and pick, every topic's our flick. 6-degree chat.